As someone who tests skincare products basically for a living, it is quite difficult for me to put my mark of holy grail or best product ever on it. Now, I do have a few products that are like my all-time favorite ride or dies, but I would say over the past 2 years of testing all these new skincare products that have come on the market, even super expensive ones, nothing has wowed me as much as this brand new skincare product. And hang on, because we need to pull up our hair for this one. And you may have noticed how super glowy and plump my skin looks right now. I kind of feel like I look like a big juicy grape and not a shriveled up raisin. But let me just zoom in a little bit just so you can see my skin up close. So this is my skin up close. Now, I don't use filters, or I'm not even using a ring light. I'm literally sitting at a kitchen island and I have the patio window open, so that's the light that I'm using. But I just want you to see there's nothing greasy or oily on my skin. This was real skin with no like globs of stuff on it, making it have this intense glow to it. I do have pretty glowy skin because of the skincare products that I normally use. But if you're not new to my channel, maybe you're noticing what I noticed, that my skin is a lot more glowy and of course not greasy, even though, you know, from far away you might think it's grease, but if you see it super duper up close, there's no grease or residue on my skin at all. It is so soft, so plump, so hydrated. It feels absolutely amazing. For me to say that a new product is that much of a game changer and will probably be my holy grail, of course I can't tell because I've also only been using this for a few days, but I'm kind of impatient, and I think like most of us, we want instant results, and I get it. Many skincare products, of course, we have to use them for months at a time before we will start to even see the slightest bit of improvement. But golly, when I find a product that gives me instant, amazing results like this, whew, I get so excited. The other thing that I'm so excited about is I don't have to use like a huge glob or a heaping amount of this product to get these results. I literally only have to use 1 drop and that's it. Now today I did use like 2 or 3 drops only because I love it so much. But with this product, more isn't necessarily better. It's just me being greedy and I wanted more of it. But literally within 1 drop of this product, it is anti-aging, it is hydrating, it is smoothing, it is plumping, it helps with the skin's elasticity. It obviously helps hydrate and plump up the skin and maximize moisture in the skin. So this is amazing if maybe you're menopausal and you're like, oh my gosh, why is my skin so dry? Why do I have these flaky spots on my skin? This is fabulous for that. This is fabulous if you are, say, a Retin-A user and you get like those Retin-A uglies where sometimes your face gets red, it gets inflamed, itchy, flaky. This is perfect if you have acne because it's also anti-inflammatory. This is also perfect if you're like me, if you have hyperpigmentation and melasma. Mine is around here, and then I also have some of it right around here. But since melasma is triggered by inflammation, this product is fabulous to help reduce that inflammation. All right, I know you're probably like, oh my gosh, would she just shush it and share with us what this product is? So that's what I'm about to do, and then I'll go in more detail about why I am so mind blown over this new product. This is the new Paula's Choice 7% Ectoin Booster Serum. And this was sent to me, by the way. I didn't pay for this. No, this is not sponsored. No, they do not know that I'm sharing this, but I've been on Paula's Choice PR list, golly, for 4 or 5 years because I have shared many products from this brand that I have loved over the years. But you know, lately with all of the new launches that they've had, I haven't shared them. Well, actually I have shared that I don't like them, but I haven't really shared. There hasn't been anything new from the brand in a long time that I'm like mind blown over. I've told the story a gazillion times. I found this brand when I was in my 20s, probably 28, I'm 53 now. I was walking through Barnes & Noble and I saw that book, Don't Go to the Cosmetics Counter Without Me. And so it kind of piqued my interest and I started reading it, and that's when I really started getting into skincare. Now, I was a medic in the military, so I did, of course, love the human body and the way our body can repair itself and all that good stuff. But I wasn't really into skincare back then. I mean, I was using like cocoa butter body lotion on my face. I didn't know anything about skincare back in my 20s. And her one product, the 2% BHA, that's the one that I've used ever since I have been 28 years old. So I do love a lot of products from this brand, but like I said, it's probably been a couple years, maybe 3 years since they've launched anything that I've, been wowed by. But yes, this was sent to me. I'm always honest, sharing with you guys what I purchased, what was sent, but I don't do sponsored videos. I've never done a sponsored video ever, and I never will. I always just like to share my honest opinions, and I don't like brands telling me what I should and shouldn't say. I want to say what I want to say. So just being honest, when I got it, I was like, another Paula's Choice launch. I'm probably not going to like it. And then I tried it, and I was like, what in the world is this magical serum? I was absolutely mind blown the very first time I used it. And by the way, I don't have anything else on my face. I don't even have my sunscreen on, because I didn't want people to say, oh, it's your dermatology sunscreen giving your skin that pretty glow. Like, you can still see a little like redness around my nose, and this dermatology will get rid of that. So I am like taking one for the team and sitting here with some sun coming in my window without my sunscreen, because I really wanted you to see what my skin looks like with just this product on my face. This is so, so pretty. Showing you what one drop of this does to my hand. That's how gorgeous this is. But one of the reasons why I kind of was like, this probably isn't gonna be exciting, is I saw that it had the Ectoin in it. And I've tried quite a few other products that have, come on the market. Look at this. I mean, hello. Do you see this? So yes, there are other products on the market with this ingredient Ectoin in it. It's kind of fairly new. I think it's been around, like, that we've talked about it on social media for a couple years now. But this ingredient's been around. I think they discovered it in like an Egyptian desert in not the 1980s, but I'll talk more about the history in a second. But I have tried quite a few of the products that people are like, oh my gosh, it has Ectoin in it, it's great. But when I saw this and it said 7%, then I thought, well, let me do a little bit more research, because this is so mind-blowing, and there's not a single other Ectoin product on the market that I've yet tried that made me feel like, oh my gosh, I have to rush out and buy that again. And if you're like, what the heck is Ectoin? It comes from, I think it's called an extremolite, and they're like microorganisms that can live in extreme temperatures. I guess that's how they found it in the Egyptian desert, like in desert, super highly salted lakes, high UV. Since it can withstand those extreme temperatures, it basically provides like a shield around it so that they can thrive in those extreme temperatures and environments. Now, we as humans, we can't do that, obviously. We need, blankets, shelter. We can't survive under extreme pressure, things like that. So this ingredient has actually been used for medical purposes for like dry eyes. It's probably, if you look at your eye drops or nasal sprays, it might even be an ingredient in there. So I was doing some research about like their scientific studies and stuff, and I read about how they've used it in different eye surgeries to prevent dry eyes. They've used it with different lung procedures. So I thought that was quite interesting. But then I also read this percentage, 7%, is what typically is used in medications for like dermatitis or eczema and things like that. And you would have to buy the medication to get this high of a percentage. And I realized there's nothing else like this on the market. There's no other 7% skincare Ectoin products on the market yet. I'm sure more will come out eventually. But all of the other ones I've tried, for example, Prequel has one, the Inky List has one. There's so many different brands. Dr. Jar has a cream, and a ton of other brands have Ectoin in it. But then once I did more research, I'm realizing, oh, that's probably why I didn't like any of them, because most of those products had concentrations, if they released that information, had concentrations like 0.5% or 1% or just 2%, and that was like the norm, 2%. And then there were some that came out that were about 5%, but I still just wasn't really wowed by any of them until I tried the 7% Ectoin serum. I don't know if it's because this has the highest concentration of Ectoin in any skincare product that I've seen yet on the market, or if it's just the way it's, formulated with all of the other beautiful ingredients. Now, this also has hyaluronic acid in it, which I do love hyaluronic acid, but hyaluronic acid more so just hydrates, provides that water concentration in my skin. This product doesn't just add hydration, this product also moisturizes my skin. Not only is this Ectoin in the highest percentage that I've ever seen in a skincare product, but it's the second ingredient in here. So it is very high up on the ingredients list. That's another thing I noticed. A lot of these other skincare products that are like saying, oh, we have Ectoin in it, the Ectoin's like so far down. Like I said, most of them are in a lot lower concentration. I think that's quite interesting that they did add so much in here. And clearly now, finally, I've tried a product that has Ectoin in it. Now I see what the hype is all about. For my skin, it just needed a higher concentration. Now, you could just use your current skincare routine and then just add this in, layer it in around your hydration step or your moisturizer step. And if you're like, well, what step? Where would I put that? I have a very detailed skincare video. I'll pop it up here. If you don't know how to layer your skincare, or if you're wondering what skincare products perhaps you need, or if you buy 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different products, which I don't advise anyone to do that, but if you buy a ton of different products and you want to know how to layer them, all that information is in that video if you want to click on that and check it out. They also say this is a booster serum, so they say that you could mix it in with other products, other serums or moisturizers. I'm not huge on mixing anything. I like to layer everything. So I haven't tried it with mixing it. I just always use it as a layering step. But today my skincare was so easy. All I did was cleanse my face, put on my antioxidant serum, and then I put this on, and that's it. I didn't do any other hydrating steps. I didn't put on a moisturizer. I mean, I really don't even need it because my skin is so hydrated and moisturized right now. This would be a perfect serum pretty much for, I would say, almost anyone to incorporate into their skincare routine. Of course, don't take my advice for it. Always talk to your doctor or esthetician first. But especially if you deal with redness in your skin, or like I said, melasma, or any type of inflammatory conditions in the skin, acne, it's really good at soothing the skin. It helps kind of calm everything down, but it provides long-lasting hydration and moisture. You know how some products, they only work like while they're on the skin, and then after you wash your face, you're like, oh my gosh, my face feels dry as the Sahara. Not with this one. When I woke up the next morning after using this for the first time, I couldn't stop looking in the mirror because I was like, why is my skin still super plump and moisturized? It was as if I had just done my skincare again, but all I did was put this on at night before I went to bed. Also, since it can withstand really extreme conditions, unlike what we can do, the best way for me to describe it, you know, like those superheroes, like say a big blast of fire is coming at you and the superhero stands in front of you and shields your body, and then not an ounce of the heat or the fire gets on you. That's kind of an example of what this type of ingredient does. It basically just forms like a shield over our cells to protect our cells. This pairs beautifully with a sunscreen. I read somewhere that they were saying it has like a really small UV protection in it. You couldn't just use this and not use a sunscreen, of course, but this will help boost your sunscreen. But if you are wanting something to really help protect your skin and shield your skin against UV damage, oxidative stress, and all of the things that will kind of make us age rapidly, this would be an amazing addition to your current skincare routine. You do not have to change your whole skincare routine. You can just add this into it. But again, this would not replace your sunscreen. This just kind of adds that extra boost, that extra protection. Now, I always talk about how I don't want my skin to be shriveled up like a raisin. I want it to be a big, fat, juicy grape. And while I do have other products that I love, you know, hyaluronic acid, things like that, that really help plump up the skin, my goodness, this is like your one-stop shop when it comes to becoming a big, fat, juicy grape, because not only does this add loads of that hydration, but of course it adds that really long-lasting, deep moisture. Like, you know how some products, they just sit on the surface of your skin, and then as soon as you wash them off, of course, the results are gone. This feels like it soaks so deeply into my skin, not only plumping it up and adding that deep moisture, but I mean, look at this glow. There is nothing, there's no grease, nothing on my skin. It's just so plump. It's just so juicy. It can't help but to glow and look like a big, fat, juicy grape. I was also reading about how this provides DNA protection and can help our cells from that rapid aging damage. And then something else I was reading, but I don't think there's enough data to even support it, but it was saying that it could help slow tumor development, which I thought was really interesting. But I'm sure they have to do a lot more research on that. So I know that Ectoin has been like all the buzz for the past couple years, but again, I just wasn't sold on it. I thought, it doesn't really do anything for my skin until I tried this. Now, I say this is like a miracle serum. I've only used this for a few times. I'm 95% sure though this will become a holy grail, but for instant gratification purposes, oh yeah, this is a holy grail. But long-term effects, of course, we definitely have to see what will happen with my skin. Now, even though for me, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a miracle when I put it on. Of course, you're not gonna look 20, 30, 40 years younger. You're not gonna turn into a Benjamin Button just by using this. But if you are just so tired of your menopausal skin playing tricks on you with those dry, flaky patches, and you feel like, man, why isn't my skin looking firm, tight, plump, and lifted? If you try this, you have to let me know and see if it changed your skin the way it gives me these instant results. So of course, this isn't the only product that's going to make a huge difference in our skincare, anti-aging, or aging gracefully journey. It's just kind of like another piece to the puzzle to help us age a lot more gracefully. I will link this down below if you wanted to check it out. And again, if you do try it, leave me a comment down below and let me know. Or were you like me, where you're like, I don't know why everybody's raving about Ectoin, it doesn't do anything for my skin. Let me know, because like I said, once I tried this, I am absolutely blown away by the results. If you wanted to see that full detailed skincare video on how to layer skincare and what skincare products that I think that we absolutely need in our routine, and then my holy grail skincare products, I'll pop that video up here if you wanted to click on it and check it out. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna put on my sunscreen and I'll see you in the next video.